Welcome to this video on the roots of Anglicanism in colonial coastal Andhra, a historical analysis of the Madras Presidency from 1610 to 1950. This video is based on the research of Dr. Santha Verakoti Jeddi. Before the Anglican arrival, the Theatines established a Christian presence in the Golconda Kingdom. However, the region fell into spiritual disarray, described as a, quote, sad state of affairs, lacking institutional organization. The pivotal moment was the arrival of the ship Globe at Masulipatam in 1610, carrying the first chaplains, James Rind, Thomas Friday, and Patrick Copeland. Masulipatam, famous for muslin cloth, was strategically important as the first English factory on the Coromandel coast. In the early era, chaplains faced institutional constraints. Their permitted duties included Sunday worship and baptisms for European employees. However, they were restricted from engaging with the native population or proselytizing. The East India Company implemented a, quote, closed-door policy of hostility. They viewed religion as a threat to profit, fearing it would cause social unrest. Missionaries were denied licenses, leading to workarounds like the Serampore Triumvirate, operating from Danish territory. The 1790s brought winds of change in England with the rise of missionary societies. The Baptist, London, and Church missionary societies formed, challenging the company's trade-first mindset and pressing for the enlightenment of the public mind in the colonies. The battle for toleration pitted the East India Company's non-interference against protagonists seeking moral improvement. William Wilberforce's 1793 legislative attempt, aimed at promoting, quote, religious and moral improvement, failed due to company opposition. The turning point was the Charter Act of 1813. It legally permitted missionary activities and created an ecclesiastical establishment. The Pious Clause mandated funds for the revival of English language and sciences, legally unlocking India for the Anglican mission. The 5 chaplains were the first fruits of this shift. Though technically chaplains, men like Claudius Buchanan and Henry Martin possessed a missionary spirit. They bridged the gap between military chaplaincy and the new missionary era. Institutionalizing the faith occurred between 1835 and 1841. Bishop Daniel Corey, consecrated in 1835, became the first bishop of Madras, known as the soul of all operations. This period culminated in the formal founding of the Telugu mission in 1841. Christian civil servants often supported the mission privately, despite the company's public hesitation. A case study is Mr. John Goldingham, collector of Kisna district, who significantly funded the mission's founding in 1836, motivated by his love for the Telugu people. Initial strategies focused on elite evangelism targeting high-caste Hindus, but this yielded few converts. The reality was social liberation, as mass movements arose from the marginalized and oppressed classes, seeking relief from, quote, a brave discontent with their hard lot. Beyond the pulpit, the mission focused on education and translation. Scriptures were disseminated in the vernacular. Schools were funded by the 1813 Pious Clause, and enthusiastic native agency arose from converted ranks. The timeline of resilience spans from the arrival of chaplains in 1610 to the founding of the Telugu mission in 1841. Key milestones include the failed resolution in 1793 and the legalization of missions by the Charter Act in 1813. The Anglican Church in coastal Andhra demonstrated a legacy of resilience. It grew despite the state's initial hostility, evolving from a service for soldiers to a sanctuary for the marginalized, reflecting profound social change. This video draws on extensive research, including works by Anthony Copley, J. Howe, and Dr. Santha Kumari Jeddi's studies on the roots of Anglicanism and Christian missions in the region. Thank you for watching this video. This research was provided by Dr. Santha Verakoti Jeddi.